Hello, this video will be about the different types of committees that are in the legislature. There are many different types, but the three main ones we're going to be looking at today are standing, interim, and appropriations. First one I'll talk about is standing committees. So these are the committees that are held throughout the general session. Most legislators are on two of them, and these are the committees that the bills go through that will actually hear bills and vote on them. Each committee will cover a different topic like education, health and human services, and transportation. Those are just a few. And both the Senate and the House have similar but some different topics that their committees represent. And if you watched or want to watch the process a bill goes through video, that explains a little more about how these committees work and what they do. But basically, as long as a bill is not being voted down or killed, it will go through a House and a Senate standing committee. And a full list of these committees can be found at the legislative website, le.utah.gov, and they can be found by hovering on the committees tab and clicking standing, and you'll get a full list of all these committees. There's a lot of them. But what these committees do really is they give the public a chance to participate. They can listen to these bills and comment on them. When these bills are being presented, there will be time for public testimony, and that is when members of the public who are either present or on Zoom can participate and give their testimony on a bill. So next committees are interim committees. These happen during the interim or when the legislature is not in session. What they do is they will study important issues facing the state and recommend legislation for the upcoming session. So if there is a bill that's potentially pretty controversial or was important that maybe didn't get passed or potentially because it needed to be studied more, it will be studied in an interim committee. And then they will maybe recommend it, maybe say we should still wait, something like that. And many of them, there's a lot, they have similar topics as a standing committee, and each legislator will serve on two interim committees. And also they can be found, the names of the committees and their schedules can be found in the same place as the standing committees, but instead of standing, you'll click on interim. And they meet on the third Wednesday of every month from April through November. So that's when the session's not going, they'll meet. If there's a special session, they may not, but most every third Wednesday from April through November, they'll be meeting. So the last one is Appropriations Committee. So every year, the governor will prepare a yearly budget and before the session, give it to the House, the Senate, all the legislators, and the legislature will review and approve funding for all of state government. So these committees only last the first 4 weeks of the general session while they work to approve different things. And so, again, legislators will serve on two of these, and there is 8 of them. Each covers a specific portion of the budget. And again, they can be found the same way, but just clicking on appropriations instead. So each of these committees make recommendations of things and different projects to fund, and they'll make it to the Executive Appropriations Committee, and they will finalize, put everything together, and give the budget back to the governor, who will then approve it and make sure the money goes where it's supposed to. Legislators can submit requests for appropriations, and almost every legislator will. You can submit one. What these are what it sounds like. The legislator will request that something gets funded, and these will likely be a project or money for a specific organization or maybe something for a school. And these are submitted and some of them will get funded, some of them don't. There's meetings to prioritize which ones each committee thinks should be prioritized and thinks are best. But yeah, that's Appropriations Committees, and that's just a brief overview of the three main committees and what they do.